WRAL News on Fox 50. Coverage you can count on.
With compounding crises in the U.S., a pandemic, massive unemployment, and now nationwide protests over police accountability, our mental health is certainly being tested. It's a lot to deal with every day. Joining us now is the author of the book, Get in a Good Mood and Stay There, Dannie De Novo. Good morning to you, Dannie.
Good morning.
I have to tell you, it almost seems impossible right now to be in a good mood and stay there during this time where we're dealing with so much loss and frustration about how things just don't seem to be changing. Please guide us. How do you do it?
Well, this is something that I work at every day. Not that long ago, I was a very miserable person. I was living a very depressed and lonely life. And then one day, honestly, I was in my kitchen, I was cooking dinner on the stove, and I glanced down at my baby girl who was sitting on the floor. And she looked up at me and she picked up a little bowl that she was playing with in a spoon, and she started stirring just like I was. And I looked down at her and I said, "Oh, just like Mommy." And then I just had this wave of nausea come over me because I realized she was just like Mommy, and I was teaching her how to live a very unhappy life. And so my why in life became learning how to be happy and live an energetic life so that I could teach those things to my daughter. So what I tell people right now is don't focus on how to get in a good mood, focus on the why. Because if you really focus on why it's important to be in a good mood, it will give you more stamina to stay in a good mood.
Is it happiness right now that we should be seeking, or something else that's kind of like a balance?
Yes, so I think people sometimes think that happiness means you're skipping around all day long, waving to strangers, singing, and I don't really see happiness as being that way. You certainly have times when you're up a little bit more and you're down a little bit more, but happiness for me is just a sense of peace. It's a sense of inner knowing. I know that I'm okay, that I'm resilient, that I am strong, and that I have the ability to get through this. And everyone else has the strength to do so as well.
How do we recognize others and how they may be suffering right now? I was talking to a friend and I realized, it's been 3 months of various lockdown restrictions. A lot of people have been in their homes, and it's just really accumulating in terms of how lonely some folks might be or how anxious people might be. It's coming to a head. How do we see that in other people?
Yes, well, I think we become really good listeners and we have very good conversations with people. So make sure that you're communicating well with people. We could do it over video or even just over the phone and have a good connected conversation. So that means not thinking about what you're going to say next, but really listening to that person and responding in a meaningful way. And I really think, too, that we can help people the most by taking care of ourselves, really learning how to love ourselves and understand ourselves, because that helps us be more loving and compassionate towards other people.
Yes, and we know how important it is to spread that kindness and how good it feels to be a good person. It seems so simple, but it's not everyone does it. Dannie De Novo, thank you so much. We really appreciated that, and I think we needed that this morning. Again, Dannie's book called Get in a Good Mood and Stay There. I like it.